Hi again. I've stolen a little bit of time this afternoon. I've got about 3 hours if I really push it. Something's been worrying me, and that is that the way we've attached this support here is the same as the way we had attached the support in the front. In other words, bolts that have been welded to a plate and then nuts that screwed onto them. And those failed while I was taking things on and off before, and as I told you last time, some Googling told me that that was not a good way. You have to put a bolt on the back. Now these haven't all failed while I was putting things on, but, and I really hope that they won't, but as somebody told me, hope is not a strategy. And seeing that this is very important, structural and supportive, I'm going to take the time to redo this work. What that involves is cutting this stuff off, drilling holes where the bolts were into this roll bar thing, so that I can fix nuts to the back of plates and weld them in place. I've got about 3 hours, and if I work quickly, because there's a plan and I know exactly what I want to do, I think I can achieve it. Also, to make sure the time doesn't get wasted, I went to the hardware store and got myself, remember I showed you this thing with all the teeth worn off? I got another one just in case. That's what it should look like. If I need to use this, I'm going to try and be a lot more gentle with it. But to be fair, this one I did use before. The teeth are all looking okay. They're not worn to nubs like this one was. So I'm going to try and use this one. If it works, bonus. If it doesn't and I need to go to this one, then I've got it, because time is really the most expensive thing right now. Okay, on to the work. Hi, I am here again very late on a Friday afternoon, just got an hour or two before I need to leave, and I'm going to finish the stuff I'm trying to do during the week, so that on Sunday when I'm back I can do some real fun work. I'll let you know how it goes. Right, so we finished. I finished welding those pieces in on that side there, and then I took the frame off. I do keep bumping my head on it though, and put the supports back together. So you can see that front triangulation, rear triangulation on both sides. Should be very strong, but now we're going to test that. And testing that might mean falling on my, I'm not sure what I can say on YouTube, say arse, falling on my arse. But let's see, and I will make sure you have a great camera angle in case I do. Okay, test number one. Let's start right. let's try sitting on it. Oh, something there. It's just this. Supports me. It's probably good enough. Ow! And that's, which is higher. Yay! It all works! And I'm very happy with that. So, whew, I can leave here a happy person and come back on Sunday. And now then we'll actually be doing cool work. We're going to make 3 things that are the beginning of the show on Sunday. Really. Hello. It's Sunday morning. I'm back in the workshop. Took the buggy out. And I swept up the floor. There was about 5 kilograms of stuff there, which I'm guessing is mostly stuff that I've ground off from welding wrong. But yeah, talked about education before. Okay, so I've got the frame down here and I've measured across it and placed little marks where I need the ribs of the shells to go up the shell. Start this one again, shall I? I've lowered the frame from the roof, so I will stop hitting my head. And I've measured the places on it where the ribs for the shell need to go across. So now I'm going to do some trigonometry to work out some angles and some lengths. And I'm going to make a jig. And I'm going to hopefully make 3 ribs today and the spaces that need to go between them. And then I would have had an entirely successful day. So let's see how well I get on. At the end of the day, I'm quite happy with what we've achieved. I will show you. Let me switch to that view quickly. So today we did some trigonometry to find out heights and angles and fun things like that. And then we built a jig, and we used that jig to make these. I'm so excited. It worked so well. 3 close enough to identical ribs for the actual shell of the tortoise. So that's how wide it's going to be at the bottom and just under the top. And yeah, it worked out very well. Of course, the jig itself didn't survive me moving it, so none of those better break. And these weren't as easy to do as I expected. I had to make some adjustments. These spaces in between at the bottom, they're just temporary until they get welded onto the frame that's busy wiggling around because it's suspended at the moment. But all in all, a really good day. I'm very, very happy. And what I've got to do next is when it was in the jig, I could only weld the one side. So I've got to come back and weld the backs of all these places here just to get everything nice and secure. then we'll be attaching them. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching this far, I suppose. Thanks. Bye.